AVC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. Back to just do a recent finds video. Just some stuff that's come in since the last recent finds video. Actually, some stuff that's come in since the past couple of recent finds video. I've had a few things that have kind of been sitting over here for a while, but yeah, I'm just going to kind of grab about 8 minutes or 9 minutes worth of stuff here and share it with you and just kind of go from there. So let's just kind of dive right in. We'll start off here. New release that just came out. This is the new Striper, When We Were Kings. I had no idea they had another album come out, but it seems like every year or two now they seem to have a new album coming out. And just like all the other ones, it's a pretty solid album. I mean, it sounds somewhat, I'm talking about kind of really most of their new stuff, but including this one, kind of sounds like some of the old traditional Striper. A little bit heavier though, a little bit thicker than maybe some of the 80s Striper stuff, but Sweet still kind of doing his thing. I think he wrote and produced this, and just another very solid release. If you haven't heard anything off of this yet, maybe just kind of check out like the opening track, End of Days. Give that a quick listen, and it just kicks in with a nice heavy guitar riff, and it's just the kind of the thing that Striper's been doing over the past few years. So another very cool release. Always great to get a new release from one of the legendary bands. Picked up quite a bit of, I shouldn't say quite a bit, but definitely a few more country pieces than normal. And this was one right here, which is Luke Combs' new release, Fathers and Sons. This is 2024 release. And this album is just freaking awesome. Heard a couple of songs off of it. I kind of checked it out when I was in the shop one day, and then ended up grabbing a copy and listening to it all the way through. And just such an awesome album. Just really just some of that stuff that I love about modern day country. And I guess you can almost say this is kind of a concept album, because again, it's called Father and Sons, and all the songs are really kind of about father and son dynamic. And just kind of all the cool stuff, there's some stuff where it's being told from the son's perspective, some stuff from the father's perspective, and just kind of some really heart-moving, just kind of down-to-earth, good old-fashioned family, father-son type of songs. There was one on here that was, actually, there's quite a few of them that are really good, but some that kind of stand out. Take Me Out to the Ball Game's definitely a good one. My Old Man Was Right, kind of a song where he's going through and talking about, being younger, and then it took him a while to actually realize that a lot of the lessons that his dad was trying to teach him when he was younger, he was right, and you thought you were wrong, or you thought you were right when you were younger. Now you're realizing, your parents actually knew better, that type of thing. And then there's one too, All I Ever Do Is Leave, which is another fantastic song, which is told from the point of view of the father and the son again. And just kind of like a son talking about, like, well, all I ever saw was dad leave. Like, that's all that ever took place. But it's like, but at the same time, like, the lights were never cut off, and there was love in our home, and my mother was happy, and, the weekends my dad spent every moment with me, and, just kind of like the kid not really realizing dad wants to be there so bad, but he's trying to go out and provide for the family, and blah, blah, blah. So, again, I won't ramble on too much about that, but just so much great father-son storytelling in this album, and it really kind of blew me away. Just such a great listen. Another one here too, Hardy, and this is a rock. I'm sure you guys know Billy Hurst here, Riverbend Records over in Godfrey, Illinois. He sent me a message the other day with a song off of this, and he was like, I can't stop listening to this song. And I kind of checked it out, and I was really digging it, and then, went and checked out the rest of the album and was like, oh man, I have to get that. But kind of the same thing I was just saying about that Luke Combs, just kind of that good modern day, not quite bro country, but, definitely kind of pushing the limits there. But it's just that down-to-earth storytelling that I love so much. And this is kind of more about, like, I spent all my money on my truck kind of thing, and, the girl I love so much, I hope she comes back, and, just like all that kind of stuff. There was even like a line, I've only listened to it all the way through one time, but there was some line in there that stuck out to me about, like, if you see tire marks in the Walmart parking lot, that was me kind of thing. Just I don't know, just kind of that just good natural innocence of youth and country youth, more or less. And great album. So really love that one as well. Thomas Raitt here. This is his release from About a Woman. I'm sorry, his release from 2024. Again, just an artist I wasn't as familiar with, but just some more kind of great storytelling on a modern country album there. Like I said, I picked up quite a few country pieces. And maybe I'll just show maybe just two more, just so I don't have too much of that. Laney Wilson, Whirlwind. This is her new release from about a month or so ago. Love Laney to death. Definitely, probably as far as currently, my favorite female country artist, as far as modern artists. This is a great album. I think her previous album was a little bit better, Bell Bottoms Country. But yeah, she's just a good old young country gal doing her thing. Absolutely love her stuff. So another great release there. And let's see, the last one I'll do in kind of the countryside. Artists I really kind of never thought I'd buy an album by, because I've never been really a big fan. But Post Malone, this is his new release. And again, just ended up being a great, fantastic country album. We did a listening party for this. It's called F1 Trillion. And just kind of kept hearing song after song after song. I was like, wow, that is some really great stuff. A lot of great appearances, or guest appearances from people like Tim McGraw, Laney Wilson, Chris Stapleton, and just a lot of big names on here. So really solid album, and first album by Post Malone I've ever wanted to buy. What else do we have here? This is a fun pickup. Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. This is her release from, I think this came out 2004-ish, somewhere right around there. I guess big hit off of this one was kind of the song These Words, which also really kind of is one of those songs that makes like a little bit of an imprint on my life, so to speak, just from the standpoint that first time I bought an iPod, the first time I downloaded iTunes, and the first song that I ever downloaded off of iTunes for that 99 cents was These Words, was the first song I ever downloaded off of iTunes. So, every time I hear that, it definitely kind of takes me back to, that first time transition over to the whole digital thing and everything. But yeah, fun album. I'm glad they got around to releasing it. I had no idea it was going to be pressed. Cover is a little bit different than the original, but still cool there. Let's see, what else? Little Stone Temple Pilots, purple there. Their 1994 release. This is the Analog Productions pressing. I have a very nice OG pressing of this. I don't really have an overwhelming urge to have to open this, but I like collecting these Analog Productions, and decided, we had an extra copy in the shop, decided to go ahead and grab it. And let's see, let's maybe do a couple more here. These have been sitting here for a while, actually, so why don't we do that? Oh, kind of bumped it there. Billy Ocean, Love Zone. Love Billy, just one of my 80s delights from back in the day. And Love Zone was a killer album too. When the going gets tough, Love Zone, there'll be sad songs. I mean, just Billy just kind of doing his thing. So have a really nice US pressing of this, but to find a Japanese pressing in the shrink in just fantastic condition, that's a great addition to the collection. As well as a little Synchronicity by The Police. I've been wanting to get all their stuff on Japanese pressings, and right now I only need the first two albums. Those are the only two I need some very nice Japanese pressings of. But again, you guys know this album all too well, so I won't ramble on too much about that. So why don't we just kind of cut it off there? I won't make this video too long. So those are few of the recent finds. As always, appreciate you guys kind of stopping by. Let me know what you think, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.